Hello, welcome back to another Sunday School lesson. This is supplemental to the lesson I did about a week ago. So I'm going to be giving that date on this lesson and going to be talking about skills trees. I'm doing this because it occurred to me that certain people who watch this really don't play video games, so aren't very familiar with skill trees or how they work in video games. So I'm going to kind of jump in and do that. So these are skill trees here, and the way they work, um, they work differently in different games. We'll just say that. And in this game, they're divided into three different things: ecosystem, stealth, and combat. And basically, when you start building them, you start along this first row that I'm going along with the pointer there, and each one does something a little bit different. Gives you a certain ability or skill in whatever you're doing. So, and they are unlocked either as you progress or as they're linked. So, for example, let's take this one. This is lockpicking 2. I can't get lockpicking 2 until I get lockpicking 1. It's just very basic, skill knowledge to get to that point. Now, we look ahead to this ability. This is one of my favorite abilities in the game. It gives Eevee it's called Chameleon, or as I call it, the Stealth Predator ability. And as you can see from the little moving screen that's working around there, it gives her the ability to, when she's not moving in stealth mode, to essentially completely disappear. It's a pretty cool ability. So to get to that, I have to first off have gotten unlocked the Silent Feet, the Assassin's Step. I apologize. I thought that was Silent Feet. And I have to get up to level 6 as a personal character, and then I can unlock the Chameleon ability. And now, as you can see, there are abilities I can't unlock because they are specific to Jacob and not to Eevee. Who Jacob is the other playable character in the game. And as such, and we look at this, so the Chameleon ability is unique to Eevee. Jacob can't do it. And that's kind of how the systems build and work, each one in their own little way. And the point of the lesson previously was that essentially all skill trees are interconnected in one way or another. There's the direct connection. As I said, lockpicking 2 is directly connected to lockpicking 1, and so on. And in Western philosophy, this would be called holistic. In Eastern philosophy, it'd either be called Zen or Taoistic, depending on which Eastern philosophy you're looking at. But essentially, yes, everything is connected and everything builds upon everything else. And if you want to do like something really advanced like the Chameleon ability, you have to work your way towards it. Now, the point that was made in the previous lesson was that all Christ-like attributes that we want to develop in ourselves are connected. So if, for example, So if we want to work on our charity, for example, of, just going out, being charitable to people, giving, doing that sort of thing, we don't, when we do that, when we work on charity, it's not alone. It's not singular to itself. It's interconnected with all the other Christ-like attributes. You literally cannot build one without building the others. And as such, and like I said, you can't get to the second level of lockpicking until you've gotten to the first level of lockpicking. And, the Christ-like attributes that we build are all linked, so we can't just build one even if we focus just on one thing, we build a lot more stuff around it to get to that point. It does take a lot of time and effort, for example, to get to level 6 to get the Chameleon ability. Not to mention, having to build up what's, all the previous stuff, like the Assassin Steps and stuff like that, to get to Chameleon. So it's not done all alone. In the same way that we every time we work on something that's Christ-like, all attributes of Christ-like behavior are built up at the same time. It's really an incredible system, and it's very much like the skill trees in video games. There are many different types of skill trees. They work different ways and so on, but ultimately they are a reflection of the Christ-like abilities, or not a reflection, are a metaphor for Christ-like abilities and how we become more Christ-like by working and building towards doing it. We start, and it's like a single step to start a journey. We start on a single step, and eventually we'll work our way up to it. And that's the thing. If I focus solely on getting just the chameleon ability, and then I look at the start of the game, and it seems like it will take me forever to get that point. But if I just start small and say, okay, let me be happy with what I've got at the moment. Like, say, just whistle. I have the ability to whistle. I'm happy with that. And then if I work, then it'll lead to other things like knockout, like all these lockpicking, all the other cool stuff you can get, characteristic development you can get. They'll build up, build up, build up, build up, and eventually, quicker than you think, you get to chameleon. And that's the way with Christ-like attributes. We're not going to be 100% perfect day one, but if we start with the one step and then just keep walking and keep working towards it, all of a sudden we'll discover we're there. And yep, that's the way it goes. That's the way it works. That's the way it goes. So anyway, that is the skill tree. Divine skill tree, we'll call it. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye.